Research about a forage grazing regime that focuses the cattle herd as it grazes across a pasture took place at 10 locations across South Dakota.
We're hoping that we're adding more organic material to soil and increasing the grass population. And that's kind of the whole reason we're doing it, because we're thinking that if we take care of the soil, it'll make us money. And so, I mean, the whole reason we're doing it is to improve soil health. This year started out dry and it looked tough for a long time, and the rain started coming, and like I said, this is the tallest grass we've had since we've started. There's about a little over 400 acres a year, but on this other deal, I go every other year. This is the only one I mob graze every year, and the next patch I mob graze every other year, so I basically got 700 acres, but 300 acres is on a rotation every other year. This is all go-back land, but like when we get across the road after the 4th of July, I mean, there could be 100 different species of plants and forbs out there. One of the challenges on the mob grazing, to get your grass trampled and eaten in utilization and still keep the cattle gaining. You know, anybody can obviously graze it too hard and the cattle lose weight, and so there's kind of a fine line between how much to give them every day and then keep the cattle gaining and still get the effect you want on your mob grazing. Anyways, we're gonna go a quarter mile that way rolling up fence.
He does all the walking.
So I'm ready when you are.
Okay.
The largest impact was probably the increased production. We've kind of almost doubled our production. Them pears are probably eating 50 pounds a day, and there's 200 pears out here. So. See, originally I got the NRCS to come out and actually measure and weigh some grass for me the very first year. And so we knew how much forage was here, and we just done the math about what the cows should eat. And it's coming out pretty close to what we expected after we measured, but we was surprised that we got through last year with the same amount of acres. And we was looking for a bad year, just thinking even stuff was stressed from last year. We just figured even with rain it wouldn't do this good, but we come through awful good. So it looks to me like with any kind of a plan, I mean, it's gonna help you a lot on the drought. We'll mob graze basically till Labor Day, till 1st September. But we're gonna move over on some better native pasture for the later grazing. We won't use it all, but then in October we'll wean our calves out here. We'll cross the fence to wean, and then on a normal year we'll get regrowth, 5-6 inches tall if we get a little rain in September, and it'll be plumb green and lush out here again in October, and we'll wean calves out here in this pasture. Now I gotta step off so we can come up with 4 acres in this next paddock. Gonna go peek over the hill. She's calibrating the GPS system right now. Basically, she's getting to the top of the hill so she can see the flag on the other end. One day. Tomorrow morning they'll be here. That's what we set up. We're always one day ahead. So this will be where they're at tomorrow morning.
Okay, wait. We're about to go live.
Well, we keep making changes, and one of the other things we do is we try to flash graze the month of May, try to move cows through most of our pastures, and to hold like this brown grass back a little bit so it don't get so big and rank. But that's one of the scarier things if you don't know how much rain you're going to get. If you flash graze it too hard, it ain't going to come back at all. And it would be nice if I had that crystal ball and knew how much rain I was going to get when I'm out there flash grazing. This would have been nice if this would have been held back a little bit in late April, early May. But It's sometimes it's kind of fun to watch them. They'll just take their old tongue out and wrap it around a pile of seed heads, and just like a combine. You know, I only mob graze. I try to mob graze during the heart of the growing season, and my theory being that if you can have the least amount of acres disturbed in the heart of the growing season, you know, you're going to get the most production out of all your acres. So that's how come I just mob graze during the heart of the growing season, just to try to keep as many acres growing uninhibited as possible. Well, we kind of think that's part of what makes mob grazing work. If you had them turned out in this whole big area, they'd obviously go eat off all the seed heads, all the nutritious plants the first day or two. And this way they get some of the high nutrition every day and then have to eat some stems to go with it when they fill up on.